We need to fill up the AdBlue. So we've had the warning come up a couple of times on the dash to say that 1,000 miles left before it won't start anymore because it needs more AdBlue. There's a couple of things you need to look out for when you're filling up with AdBlue in these T6s, T6.1s. So the T6, I think up to the end of 2020, has a 13 litre tank for the AdBlue, and then from 2021 on, the tank's a bit bigger. I'll put up on the screen exactly the size of those. You'll be really careful that you don't overfill these. You can have all sorts of problems with the sensors if you overfill them. And there's a couple of little things that pop up that make it not completely simple as to know how much to refill it. We're going to have a look at those today. We're going to look at the AdBlue, what to look out for with that, how to fill it, and how to set the display on the dash so that it makes it easier to refill it. Welcome to Combi Van Life. First thing we're going to look at is the AdBlue. Now you can buy AdBlue from various places like garage forecourts, B&M, Home Bargains. I got mine from Amazon. You can also get it on the pump in garage forecourts, which is actually the best place to get that, and I'll explain why. Now AdBlue has a shelf life, a pretty short shelf life of 12 months. When you see AdBlue in these big 5 litre tubs, I'm sat in the van because it's pouring down rain. I don't want to stand outside and get wet while I'm explaining this. So these big 5 litre tubs are fine unless they're on a forecourt outside a garage, because AdBlue is pretty susceptible to UV degradation, and it reduces the life by half if it's outside. So you really don't want to be buying it from a garage forecourt. As I say, the best place to get it is off the pump, because then it's not subject to any UV. I got mine from Amazon. I'll put a link down below because it was the cheapest I could find. It's Carlube, well-known brand. But what you need to look out for, the little risk of buying it from Amazon is making sure the shelf life is good. Now, Amazon has such a massive turnover of stock and they sell so much of this. The shelf life is always pretty good. And what you're looking for is the manufacturing date. So if I show you on this tub, if you're buying this in a shop, you need to look at this. So this manufacturing date, if you can see that, we have 28th of the 8th, 25. So we're well within the 1 year shelf life on that. So that's all good. If that would have been out of date by a year, I'd probably be sending that back. But yeah, if you can buy it from the garage forecourt pump. Now, the next issue I came across was these tubs are 10 litres. What you really don't want to be doing is overfilling this stuff. When I get in the van and I turn the ignition on, don't start it, but when you turn the ignition on and the warning comes up on the dash, it actually tells you what the minimum requirement and the maximum requirement is for the refill. So if you have a look at this, I'll turn you around and you'll see when I turn this on, it comes up quick and it goes off because of you can see minimum 2.25, maximum 2.25 gallons. Well, that's a pretty narrow window, isn't it? There isn't a window there. It's 2.25 minimum and maximum is pretty much the same. So I was like, right, okay. So I need to get exactly 2.25 gallons in. Is that US gallons? UK gallons? Who knows? So I tried to work it out. Well, I went online, worked it out in litres, because these AdBlue tubs are 10 litres. And then I found online how to change the units, which is really easy and it makes life so much easier. So what you do is on your heads-up display, now this is a 2020 T6.1 with the standard composition colour This is the basic unit, composition color unit. And what we do is you go into menu, settings, units, and here you can see volume gallon UK. Now, who knows what yours might be set on? So it could, the options you have are litres, gallons US and gallons UK. So change it to litres. Come back out of that, back to the menu. And then what we'll do, if we turn this off and back on again, you'll see that it's changed to litres and it gives us a much better understanding of how much we need to put in. So we're ready. Minimum 9.25, maximum 11 litres. Superb. So we know this 10 litres, we're right in the middle of that range, so we can just bang all this in and we're good to go. So one thing is you don't have the engine running when you're filling this in, you don't have the ignition on. So you fill it up and then wait for a bit and then turn the ignition on and it should reset. So we'll see what that, and it should then tell us how much we have left. I think if we go into vehicle on here, yeah, so vehicle status, if you go into vehicle status in here, we've got two reports. So we can see there, we're low on fuel, but we can see there that it's telling us we only have 1,000 miles left in the AdBlue. So we'll see what happens when that changes, when we fill up. So let's do that now. Okay, so here we are. Here's our tub of AdBlue. Just there. Now, the other thing that can happen is if this is exposed to too much sunlight, you can get crystallization, which is not good. It blocks the jets in the van, so that's why you want to be careful about these expiry dates and where it's stored. So with this, what we do, we peel this off, and you've got your refiller tube there. Take that off. I'm not going to put it on there because it's probably going to fall off. Right, so you can see that. So undo this. When you do this, just be careful no bits of this foil drop into it, because you don't want that in your engine. Okay. Screw this on. So here's our AdBlue. Just unscrew it like you do the petrol cap. And then a little trick I found, when you've got these and you try and fill this up, just checking I turned the ignition off, yep, right. Plug that in and away we go. Now, if you do it like this, you're going to be stood here for a long time because air can't get in, so it's just slowly glugging away. Oh, careful, don't go in your face. So, what I found, one of the best things you can do is get your screwdriver and make a hole there, so the air can come in and it'll come out much quicker. Should now pour out a lot quicker. There you go, you can hear that. Just be careful with this and flick out and go in your face. If you get any drips of this on your bodywork, get it off as quick as you can, because it's not good for paintwork. Nearly there. And you can pretty much get every little drop out. Done. Take that off. So what I would normally do now, before I put that on, is I'd be adding into this Win's Crystal Clean and Protect, which is an anti-crystallizing agent. I'll put a link up down below. I'll put a link below and a picture up on the screen of what that looks like, but it's just a preventative measure to stop. What happens is when you get low levels in the AdBlue tank, the gas buildup in there can cause crystallization, and you get AdBlue crystals in the AdBlue mixture, which then can block the jets. This Win's Crystal Clean's got great reviews, you know, a lot of people recommended it. So, well, I've run out. That should be coming tomorrow, or maybe today, again from Amazon, but I always add a bit of that in when I top this up. So that's that done. What we'll do now, we'll wait for a few minutes, then we'll go back around, turn the ignition on and see what we get. See you in a minute. We filled up the AdBlue with 10 litres, waited like 5 minutes, had a cup of coffee, just for the sensors in the AdBlue tank to recognise the fact that it's been filled up. I've heard a few, or read a few posts that if you turn it on straight away, it doesn't always recognise it. So just top it up, wait for a bit. Obviously you can't do that at garage forecourt, but by the time you've gone in and paid and come out, you should be good to go. So we're going to have a look. We're going to turn the ignition on. I can find my keys, and we're going to see what we're looking at. So I haven't turned this on yet until now. There's the dash. So again, we're not turning the engine on, just the ignition. No warning light for the AdBlue, which is good news. Just showing a range of 55 miles. So if we scroll through these, this is on, so at the moment I'm on the vehicle status. So on here, you've got left and right, if you can see what I'm doing there. So you've got phone, audio, assist systems, driving data. You want vehicle status, okay. Then mine comes up with this, please refuel because we're low on fuel. So we're on vehicle status, this one, and we can see we have range 55 miles, that's the fuel. And if we just scroll through these till we get to AdBlue, there we go. So AdBlue is now gone up to 5,500 miles from 1,000. All good, it's recognised it, it's done, we're topped up. That's how you do it, that's how you fill up your AdBlue. If you like these, if this has been helpful, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. If you like this video, check out this one next.